Hello and welcome to episode 41 of my playthrough of Your Turn to Die. So in the last episode, oh boy, I'm just listening to this jamming music in between episodes, but we think Gashu might have meddled with the game here, and we're trying to solve it out right now. So yeah, let's continue. If there is, I should show it to Kana. If there isn't, I should tell her there isn't. Got it. There's a fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice, it wasn't actually sent to anybody. So Gashu's transgression was making the sacrifice vanish. Seems unthinkable, sure, but it's at least one possibility. There is something curious about the antagonism between Gashu and Miley. Gamble with the cards to kill Sou'r for making an escape plan and ruining the floor master honor. But maybe Gashu's an ally. Okay, well that's direct conflict, so I'm gonna use that. Because these are just like completely opposites of each other. No, I didn't think so. Shoot, that's a mistake. Okay, they're like complete opposites of each other. Gashu had something to gain. He tampered with the cards to kill Sou'r. There's a fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. Why would it be Kana? Is there an answer in the clues we have left? Huh. This isn't very helpful. None of this is very helpful. Huh. Well, I'm just gonna say there isn't then. Nope, no evidence. That's what I thought. We discussed all the evidence already. Unless there's any new evidence that hasn't come up in discussion, I don't see any leads. Some yet unused evidence. Oh, I know. It's impossible for Kana... it's impossible for Kana to take it of a commoner because she would have had to done it in this round. Yeah. If Kaiji had traded someone's keymaster with my commoner, apparently the power of the sage lets you know the keymaster even before the main game. Well, I mean the biggest conflict right here. What? It happened when we were in Staffelin's doll room for looking for Ranger's chip. Kaiju took custody of guitars remaining and took in cards. Yeah, it's the one that's really confusing. Kana tried to sacrifice herself by swapping the sacrifice in her commoner, but Kana received a commoner card. I believe Kanada. This oddity must be Gashu's transgression. So can I say yes now? Must be some new evidence we haven't discussed yet. Oh, what do we do? Can I not use this as a point? What am I missing? That's my question. Well, I'm just gonna ponder all the traits. The Stefan Star and Ranger's chip. Wait, the only person who could have it... Kaiji confessed to being the Keymaster and Kitara the Sage. The only person who could have it would be Now, right? So does Now have it or does Now not have it? That's the difference now. Kana also confessed she's a commoner. Where did the sacrifice disappear to? Kaiju is a sage. So the only place the sacrifice could have gone other than me would be... There's no reactions, I'm just making sure. Am I wrong in thinking this? Like, it should be now is the only possible one, so if now says... If now can prove that she didn't take it, then we're golden. Gash's transition is making the sacrifice vanish. Seems unthinkable, but sure it's a possibility. Tamper with the cards to kill Sou'r for making the plan, making an escape plan and ruining the Floor Master. Of course, there wouldn't be any new evidence we haven't discussed yet. If there's somebody Gashu didn't want to die, it'd be Kana. Logically, that's what it's gotta be, because if the Latrade was normal, Kana should have gone in the sacrifice. There's gotta be some special connection between Kana and Gashu. Well, this is kind of new to talk about. Kana? Sorry, did Kana say something strange? Ha, I thought that was it. Josh had something to gain when I'm trading with me. I might need to cut a little bit out of this out if I can't get it right away. It's out there, but maybe in reality, Gosh is an ally. Like he wanted this to be exposed so he could put a stop to the main game. Is that too unthinkable? I'm so confused. How are these not contradictions? There's so many things that I'm like, oh, that has to be a contradiction, but it's not. Of course there wouldn't be any new evidence that we haven't discussed yet. The fundamental issue, maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. I didn't mean to do that. So now I know. I don't think they're gonna progress anything. Makes sense. Tamper with the cards to kill Sou'r. Gosh, you had something to gain with tempering. There's a fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. Well, I guess these can be considered conflicts. If this is the real conflict, I will sigh. Not really helping progress, I'd say. Dang it. Where's the real conflict? It would be Kana. That's not a conflict. Like, these are the biggest conflict, but that one's apparently wrong. I'm so confused. Of course there wouldn't be any new evidence that we haven't discussed yet. See, that's not helpful. We already looked at everything here, right? Just gonna ponder all the trades quickly. I don't know who did it, but I'll trust everyone. Happened when we were sharing a laptop. Still, I believe Sou'r. Sacrifice has to be here, doesn't it? Can I specifically look at... No. I want to question now. I don't know why it's making me question something else. Like, I'm so confused. What am I supposed to be questioning? I accidentally did it, guys. I accidentally did it. Alright, I was expecting to have to, like, die and, like, retry. I was on my last 10, and I'm like, well, you know what? This is my best bet. I don't know what it could be. And then I got it. So, yeah, sorry about having to cut there, but we've done it. Alright, I'm gonna have to remember to extend this one a little bit longer than the 30. Anyways, we did it. I just showed the papers to Kana because she was saying there weren't any clues left, and I'm like, really? Do I not have any clues that that we haven't used yet? And I'm like, I actually haven't used this. So I thought maybe, but I thought like, well, we used it in the first trial, so I guess technically we used it, but it worked, so I'm taking it. Is Gashu on here? No. The only clue that hasn't been used yet is this roster. Oh yeah, I want to look at Megumi now. Detective, yeah. looks kind of familiar. Sorry. It's just like that torn up paper I found in the first floor, meow. Though, what use could this have?
Why do you have that?
Huh?
Oof, Miley. Curse her. Handing in internal documents. I didn't get to read the rest.
Page 1.
Handing out internal documents to participants.
Gashu, what is this roster?
What indeed?
He got onto the fact that I don't know what this means.
You did good, Sarah.
Huh?
Gashu just made a slip of the tongue. You freaked him out. Whatever could you mean?
Kai was a whole lot better playing dumb, huh? What meaning could these papers have? But I can't even guess, but there's value in solving this mystery.
We ain't got time. Let's thoroughly talk about anything suspicious about this roster.
Progress. There are four bound sheets, and 4 names on each sheet.
Besides our names, there's a bunch of names we've never even heard.
Huh. This roster doesn't seem to be sorted by name.
Hold on a sec. There are participants whose names aren't on this, huh?
A roster? It's reminding me of something now.
If you want to look closer at the roster, tell Mr. Policeman and we'll look at it together.
Let's go check it together, Sarah. Interesting. There's a lot of people who don't know who are on here. What is, what's his name? Kai. What is Kai labeled under? He's not on here. And that's how you can view individually. Interesting. There are 4 bound sheets and 4 names on each sheet. Who would have made this roster, I wonder? Probably Miley. That's what, it's what Gashu's reaction seemed to indicate, too. Is there no follow-up to the sheets? Follow-up? No, there wasn't anything else. Is that so? Sorry. Let me just double check. Yes, there are 4 and 4. What do the numbers mean, and why does Shin Tsukumi have 0%?
Besides their names, there's a bunch of names I've never even heard. Kuramata, Hayasaka.
I was gonna watch for if Kana pops up her head because she hears her sister's name.
Kinashi, Shirugi, and tons of other peeps I don't know. Were these people who died in the first trial before they could meet us?
That might be it.
How many people these kidnappers gotta kill till they're satisfied? Nah, that's not the time to get emotional.
Hold on a sec. There are participants whose names aren't on this list, huh? Joe isn't on this either. What are you trying to say?
Sorry, I know ill will meant. I'm just laying out the facts to reason from.
Counting them now, there are 4 of us participants whose names aren't listed here. 4 of us? A roster. It's reminding me of something now. Roster. Ah, I remembered it now. The bar on the first floor. Well, there was a list of names on the blackboard now. Now that you mention it, there was a roster there too, but I couldn't possibly recall everyone's names. I memorized it, Mal. Huh? Canned drink was Alice, Kai, Kazumi, Kaiji, Shinsuke, Sou'r, Namochi. Oh, Namichi, I mean. Mai, Megumi, Riko, Kitaro, now. Canned drink was Hanzu, Kana, Jin, Kujai? Kujai or is Kuji? I don't know how they Romanji that. Sarah, Joe, Now, Hinako, Ranmaru. Oof. That's amazing, Jin. Easier than learning prefectures of Japan. No. By the way, Big Sis Sarah, your roster, it's missing the names Kai, Sou'r, Kugi, Joe, and Now. Interesting. Sou'r, and now. This is important information. Was that useful now? I think so. Huh? This roster doesn't seem to be sorted by name. Look at this. The names are sorted by percentage. Ah, how creepy. What sort of statistic are these numbers supposed to represent? These numbers definitely stick out as odd. Might they be the key to solving this? "16 names. They're all with percentages next to them. I gotta be real careful because I only have 2 mistakes that I'm allowed to get. Sarah Cheeto, 15.5%. I'm trying to think, what could these percentages mean? None of them are higher than 15.5%, which is what I am. Which is really kind of odd. Like, why would mine be highest, but, like, still so small? Is it the, like, what I was thinking before is it the percentage chance of us surviving? But then in that case, why would it have people who supposedly died in the first game, unless they didn't die in the first game? Which could also be a possibility. Four on each sheets. Bunch of names we never even heard. 4 of us participants who aren't. Big Sarah, your rest is missing the names of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not really a contradiction, but these might be interesting to contradict together. Roster seems to be sorted out by percentages. What's your second hint? I don't have the faintest idea, but if you notice anything, Sarah, please tell me. Canned drink was Alice, Kai, Kazumi, Kaiji, He. 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4. They all fit into 4s, so it's like we're missing 2 sheets. There was 4 of us participants whose names aren't listed there. Says Sarah is missing the names these. That's a contradiction. I'm willing to say that that is a true contradiction, because they are saying very different things about the numbers, because he said there's only 4 of us participants, and then he said 5 different participants, and even though one of them is not one that we know. So, what did you just say? Huh? That there's 4 people missing. Now, Kai, Sou'r, Kuji, Joe, and now aren't listed, so... Huh? That's 5 or... Uh-huh. I guess I rushed and miscounted, sorry. Hey, do we really need to worry about little mistakes right now? That mistake isn't just a trivial issue. Why did Sou'r get it wrong? That's what's important. Gashu, tell us how many participants were dragged into the death game. That would be 20. There are 16 listed on the roster, plus 5 who aren't listed. Doesn't that add up to 21? One too many. What's that mean now? There were exactly 20 names on the blackboard, Wolf. Well then, let's compare the names on the paper roster with those on the blackboard. The blackboard names were like this. First, the 5 not listed under the roster are Kai, Sou'r, Kuji, Joe, and Now. Let's remove those 5. On the first sheet, all 4 names are present. On the second sheet, similarly, all 4 names are here. The third sheet, this one too, but then there's only 3 left. And the fourth sheet, I'm left with 1. Shinsukumi, 0%. Huh? Shinsukumi? That's the only person who's not on the blackboard now. We've derived a 21st person. So who the heck is this? Who is Shinsukumi? Tsukimi. Tsukimi. An unseen supervisor, a participant who died unknown, one among us. Among us. Is it one of us? Okay, let's calm down. What does that mean exactly? An alias? Is someone of us using an alias? The fake Rico? I see. Shinsumuki is one of us. And they rewrote their alias on the blackboard. No way. Aha. Interesting. If we follow that logic, Shinsumuki has already been identified.
Say what?
Sarah, let's work this out. If all the names on the paper roster are real, if all the names on the paper roster are real, there's someone whose real name hasn't been revealed. Someone not on the roster, someone not on the blackboard. Someone whose real name hasn't been revealed. Is someone not on the blackboard? Nope, wrong. You tired, Sarah? If all the names on the roster are real, there's someone whose real name hasn't been revealed. Wait, if all the names on the roster are real. Well, I'm on the roster, so someone on the roster. It's one of the people not on the roster. Kai, Sao, Kuji, Joe, or Now. Right you are.
Alright, let's discuss those 5 names. 5's names.
Progress. This is my real name. Professor Mishima always called me Miss Now, remember? I'm using my real name too. It was written there. I didn't read that. This music is so good. It was written there at the prize exchange, right? Kugi is the name of Kana's sister. Oh, I see. If Big Sister was using a fake name, the Big Sister would figure out right away now.
Kai's name was on the laptop, based on the email logs. It should be his real one.
If you want to check the roster, you can come tell me tell Mr. Policeman anytime. Let's check it together, so. It doesn't show me with the like crossed out things. No, it's not as helpful as I thought. Okay. Kugi is the name of Kana's sister. It's a real name, of course. I would never forget my precious sister's name.
Kai's name was on the laptop, based on the email logs. It should be his real one. Ain't even a trace of him being called another name.
I'm using my real name too. It was written there at the prize exchange, right? Written? I thought there was just images at the prize exchange. What's the matter, Kaiji? Oh, just impressed by how calmly you could lie.
Lie?
Sarah, recall the price exchange. It was all pictures, right? The price exchange. Huh? Remember? There were photos, but no names anywhere. Was that right? I must have had it wrong. Sao, what exactly are you afraid of? Afraid? Sao is... You said you can tell the truth, right? To defeat Gashu together. We're your allies. Try trusting us, Sao. No. Shinsumuki. I don't know why I keep on saying Muki. That makes like that's not what it says. Shinsukumi. It's Tsukumi. Yeah, I'm right. I can read. All right. I'm just tired. Shinsukimi. Okay. Sao, is Tsukimi?
I want to trust you all too. But
Sao, he's trying to say something. In that case, I'll draw it out. Okay, I'm ready. Should be still prepared with the button clicking. Let's go. Spam clicking time. Ah! This is really confusing. It didn't work. I can feel his heart trembling. I should just be a step away.
Dang it. Alright, I gotta do that again. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, we gotta try it again. Okay, we learned his pattern a little bit. I didn't really memorize it, but it goes up first. So I remember that, and I had a little bit of his pattern in my head. I think we can do this, guys. We got this. Dang it. This is hard. Okay. Let me actually, before I do anything, let us save. Before I make any major mistakes. Let's just save. And continue. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Because I don't have to redo a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, I got it ready to spam. It's gonna go up left first. I'm so bad at hitting it. I feel like I'm following it, but it's just like slightly delayed. Okay, I need to just memorize this pattern. Okay, we're just gonna keep on going through it. Whew, fingers are gonna get sore from tapping so heavily. Okay. Ah! Come on, please. Was that it? Yes. Okay. Those things are stressful. Okay. Whew, we're good. Alright. So, this is the moment you reveal your true self. My real name is Shinsukumi. I think I said it right that time. I need to just be able to say it quickly, but I keep on I have to read it because I don't remember it because I have the worst memory. Well, not the worst memory, but I have pretty bad memory. I'll tell you everything, even the secret of that roster. You know about it now? Yeah. Because that's exactly the same as what I got in my first trial. What do you say? Tell us, what the heck does this thing mean? It's the victory rates, the percentages for the percentages in the death game. That's what I was thinking. There's weird percentages on the left, right? Those are everybody's chances of surviving the death game to the end. Their odds of winning. I predicted it way early. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I actually predicted it. Dang. You guys heard me predict it this time, but I predicted it way before. When we saw the first papers, that's when I first predicted this. That's insane. Tell me, how would they figure that out? Because they tested it with AIs. They used AIs of us to run tests. Right. They used simulations of innumerable death games, all done entirely digitally. They explained the horrible length to me how accurate the data was. And I saw my own percentage. 0%. Yikes. Certain death. I absolutely cannot survive this death game. That's why I had to abandon myself. I don't want to die. I can't stop shaking. I'm going to be killed. If everyone will vote for me and kill me, I don't want that. Hey. Hiya. Shadow eliminated the light spoke to me. Just a random question, but do you know what a majority vote is? Oh yeah, I also got this. He talked to me and cornered me. Okay then, let's go. It hurts. Stop. Ah ha ha. Strength in numbers. You're a helpless sheep who will be eaten by the strong. If you don't want to die, you change.
I threw Shin Tsukumi away.
So, dear me, what a heart-wrenching tale. But your time has expired, everyone. We're out of time? Sorry, it is nearly time for voting.
Hold on a sec, our discussion.
Did you make any progress? It is all unrelated related to my transgression. Revealing the truth of the roster, did that make any progress? That's...
Hey Sal, got any more info on this roster? If I did, I wouldn't hide it now.
Sir, is there any other evidence that proves this transgression? Evidence of his transgression. I have important evidence. Let's hear it. What would that be? What would that be? Okay, let's go through our options and then we have to end off the episode. So, 4 people are nominated by preliminary vote. In the final vote, the one victim must be chosen. Fewer than 4 in preliminaries, the final vote uses that many. If only one victim is chosen with no final vote. So there's no way that has to do anything with it. No powers. Keymaster, if all die are chosen. Sacrifice has 2 votes but lives only if chosen. Wait. No, there were 8 people who were able to vote, correct? How many votes were distributed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 votes, so there has to be a sacrifice, right? 2, 4, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, because mine was an extra 1 and everybody else who got in was 2. So that can't be the reason why that proves his transgression. Otherwise it would have only been the 8. So there has to be someone who was a sacrifice. Unless he changed it during the game. Keymaster knows via deviation, but he cannot lie about the results. 4 papers. Papers listing the participants in the death game. There are only 16 names here. Filmed by 1F security cameras, shows our past actions. Sou'r witnessed Guitar placing cards. Tablet you found you can use to check your roll card. Found it next to the fainted Guitar in the rubble room. Stun gun. A disposable stun gun that can immobilize a person. It's dangerous, and so Jin and I took it in secret. The victim video now had that shows a policeman dying in the first trial. Is the man in front Kaiji? Yeah, I still don't know. That being said, I'm gonna have to end this episode. In between episodes, I'm gonna try to figure something out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like if you did, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.